spend in the hollow sim chamber tonight. Oh, shit. I get to choose who to spend time with. Okay. I'm pretty sure Winnie is the girl who wrote the story, which I really liked her story. Gene, I remember, I don't remember what he did, but I know who Gene is. Leslie is the girl who was in charge of the plants. And Pierre was the last guy I just talked to. I think I'll go with Winnie. I really like Winnie. Okay, I'll talk to Winnie and make sure she's available. I'm sure she's looking forward to it. Let's hope so. She kind of seemed shy last time I talked to her. Do I just go back to bed? No? Alright. Let's go talk to Winnie. I'll have to enter low power mode so you can use the chamber, of course, so I'll speak to you again in the morning. Have fun in there, Mo. I hope you enjoy this little bit of downtime. Am I going on a date with a hollow sim? Is the date finally happening? I should just get this guy to... Oh, look how pretty. I should just get this AI to, like, set me up on dates. Isn't it beautiful? This is a recreation of the Aurora Borealis from the Northern Hemisphere back home, the Northern Lights. The AI must have found this in one of the HoloSim relaxation archives. I think it was one of the programs used to help us adjust to colony life. What do you think of it? It's great. I'm glad you think so. When you're cooped up in the colony, being able to look up at such a wonderful, vast sight really is a treat. The neat thing about the lights is they're just a happy accident. Gas particles from Earth mixed with charged particles from the sun, and voila. It's like somebody created the most beautiful painting by spilling something, you know? I think that's what makes us so wonderful. Anyway, I could go on, but we have some time now, just to ourselves. I don't want to spoil it. What's on your mind? I'm worried. You are? You mean about getting off the planet? We can talk about that if you like. I mean, if it will help. What do you worry about the most? Surviving. Yeah, I can understand that. But one thing you have going for you is that the AI seems pretty intent on making sure you succeed out there. Without certain systems or supplies, it would be difficult. I get that. But I guess what's important to remember is not to just think about your physical needs. I mean, mentally, things are pretty tough. But you can't give up, you know? Believe me, I know it's hard, and I definitely don't think I'm as strong as you. But I guess you just... Well, you need something to live for, maybe. You know? Something to remember when things get tough. Do you have something like that? I think so. That's great. I'm sure it will help when you're out there, doing whatever the AI needs you to do. Just keep that in mind when you get discouraged, you know? Is there anything else? How are you? Well, I guess I'm okay, all things considered. The AI has kept me busy, so this little break certainly is nice. To be honest, I've been thinking a lot. I mean, more than usual. I know I asked you to help me try to understand what happened to me, and I still want to know, but I guess the more time I spend in here, the less it seems to matter. I realize that as much as I want to fill in those memories I don't have, I like the fact that I'm making new memories too. And I know that I have a job to do. I'm here to help you succeed and to survive. But after we met last time, I couldn't help but think. I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's nice just to spend time like this. I agree. Good. I'm glad we agree on things. You tell me. Well, yeah, there is one thing. I'm sorry to ask this, but the AI told me about you finding William, you know, over in Colony B? Yes. Well, I wanted to ask you about that. William, he was pretty special, and it's just that hearing about his death was pretty hard to take. We kept in touch when we could, I guess. We kind of had an understanding. I found it easier to talk to him than some of the other colonists. It was hard to make friends sometimes, and he was such a good listener. Kind of like you, I guess. But you know, he had his wife back on Earth, remember? And so, I mean, we're just friends. I guess I just want to know what you found. I mean, the AI said he was trying to send a message. Did he say anything? I mean, he was trying to say he loved someone, and it was addressed to someone with W. I mean, yeah, he had a wife on Earth, but, I mean, people do that kind of shit, you know? They fall in love with other people. It just happens, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna make her angry about that, or if it's gonna comfort her. Sorry, Maverick. You got 178,000 more attempts with that number. Mo, I'm sorry to make you tell me, but it means so much to hear that. Thank you. Okay, I guess I did the right thing then by telling her. I felt that without that closure, I would just be distracted, you know? I'd always be wondering about it. I think I knew deep down, but I'm glad to hear it from you. Okay, let's stay focused. There's no sense dwelling on things like this anymore. We're here now, and you're what's important. You know, these simulations, I mean, this is so beautiful, but haven't you noticed? It's not even cold. I guess when these programs were designed, they weren't meant to be completely realistic. If you ended up cold or uncomfortable, why would you use it? Still, I feel it's sort of part of the package. They are the Northern Lights, after all, and it is meant to be quite cold out here. I do have one other thing I wanted to mention. The AI prepared this special simulation tonight, and, well, it's beautiful, of course. I guess I just wanted to know. You could have chosen anyone tonight, right? And, well, why me? I like her. I see. Thank you for saying so. I like spending time with you too. Mo, I hate to admit it, but I guess I should let you get to sleep. There's still a long journey ahead of you. Thank you for coming to visit, and well, thanks for talking to me about William. Until next time, I guess. Please be careful out there. Thank you. You're so polite. Take care for now. I like her. She was reading this story. Well, she wrote the story that I was reading and in bits and pieces, and it was really good. Aw, I just got the trophy, a shoulder to cry on. I'm sad. But yeah, she wrote this incredible story about this character who faced against her own kind of darkness, and the darkness was its own character. And it kept just, like, antagonizing her throughout the entire story, and she kept trying to, like, defend herself and be strong. And, you know, it kept telling her, like, why are you trying to be strong? You know, it's no use to fight against the darkness within you, and, you know, just, like, going off on her. And she was just like, there's always something worth fighting for, no matter what situation you're in. And it was a really good story, and I kind of, like, connected with her on that level. Like, the other ones are pretty cool, and each one had their, like, their own thing going on for them, but I felt like Winnie was more relatable, for me at least. You should have seen Bean going full flirt a few minutes ago with a certain streamer. Was it you know who? You know who? It was not flirting. You ain't never seen my flirting skills. You still old for Bean. We're just friends. Mo, contain Mav. No one can contain Maverick. He is his own, I guess, source of nature, you would call it. You just jealous because not you. Oh, Bean for the low blows. Low blows. Well, Mo, what did you think of that special, I can't read, trophy, go away, simulation last night? It was great. That is wonderful to hear. I thought you could use a pick-me-up after the stress of last week. In any case, a week has already passed, and as the increasing storm activity has shown, our situation remains difficult. We still have a lot of work to do. Come see me in the core so we can get started once again. Once again. fucking emote kills me. Okay. With a week already gone, we need to step things up a bit. The recent storm has me worried. The holograms have made some progress with the spaceship, but it just isn't ready yet. I'm afraid I'm going to have to send you out again this week. There are some resources we badly need. We can access the medical wing of Colony B, which might let us get some necessary medical supplies. You can also head to Tower E of the comms relay, where we can try to send a distress signal deep into space. Another facility of the agrodorms is open. We need to head there to find a way to extend your food supply. And you can also reach the cave's refinery now. It's imperative that we find more fuel for the ship if possible. As always, the choice is yours. You can plot a course to be any one of those locales from the shuttle bay. Okay. How is Matt being thirsty if you were the one who was quote-unquote flirting with your friend? Eh? With your friend? Dang it. The thirst. Bread D's. Okay, so I need... Okay, so... I have to go back to each place. I guess I'll go to Leslie's first. Bread D's with your thirst. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Oh, my leg. I hate sitting like that. According to her records, Miss Baharadaj, I'm assuming, sorry if I butchered that really badly, stated that the research dome was one of her favorite places. It was also one of the colony's most important facilities. The research here allowed major advances in food processing efficiencies. Hopefully you can find some research that might help us extend your food supply for the journey back to Earth. Okay. Lol. The decontamination chamber seems to be working. That's a good sign. It should be finished momentarily. Okay. There's really no point in that anymore, but... Now, there is a rare site here on Epsilon Eridani B. This outer dome was used for testing research species. It was originally a much more structured, lab-like environment, but over the years, she transformed it into this garden. If I recall correctly, she and I debated the merits of such an environment. She stated that having the garden wasn't just about science, it was about something more human. I regret that I did not fully understand at the time. Well, that was sad. Okay. In there. Ooh, apple treats. Well, this food's really just, all these plants are really just surviving pretty hardcore with all these people. Gotta go annoy someone? Okay, Bean, have fun. I'm reading a high concentration of foreign air particles from the lab on the west side of the research dome. I think you should check that out first. It's a portable analyzer of some kind. I'm not sure what use it would be right now, so please keep looking around. Don't get yourselves banned or kicked out. Shit. Go full ham on flirting. That tube was breached, and the plant inside has mutated somewhat. Toxins from the tube environment must have escaped into this room. Okay. These notes contain specifics on Miss Hainsworth's research. They indicate she was combining trace amounts of the toxin with other elements. According to this, she was trying to run more experiments at once. I guess I'll just say Leslie. Then Leslie approved to, in an attempt to save time. Tests processing faster than expected, she wrote. Miss Hainsworth focused on bryophyte plants to isolate those first. Do you know what a bryophyte is? Humor me. Yes, of course. Think of a plant that doesn't produce flowers or seeds or have internal veins. Moss, for example. The team must have been trying to isolate which plants were more susceptible to carrying the toxin to understand how it traveled. Miss Hainsworth was focused on bryophytes, specifically mosses, but her research is incomplete. If we could get a couple of samples, perhaps we can finish it. Look around the dome. See if you can find some equipment that looks like a bulky laptop, a portable analyzer. I have an idea. Well, I just had that. But you didn't let me take it. My scan indicates this is the corpse of Chief Genetics Researcher Ashley Hainsworth. The skeletal remains are consistent with the osteoporosis she suffered. It appears Miss Hainsworth used exo braces to regain some mobility, as her legs were severely affected. The braces remain on the skeleton. Miss Hainsworth was manually writing notes on her research here. They read, I finally confronted Leslie about her inability to lead with direction. We had a pretty heated argument. I'll be honest, I didn't think the chief had it in her. She clung to the hopeless belief that the team would see things through. I thought she would never give up, but after a while she came back and told me she thought I might be right. To think of it, after all this time. But she made me agree not to tell the rest of the team of her acquaintance, to not disrupt her precious ecosystem. So I've got them using the portable analyzer to test out newly grown samples. The notes end there, but she's confirmed what I thought. Perhaps you should look for the portable analyzer she mentions. Hello, Apex Lucifer. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Oh, what's this? The terminal still has some local data that didn't get properly synced with the colony network. It looks like Miss Hainsworth and Miss Jaeger continued their private conversation regarding Leslie's leadership capabilities. Hey, Nightlight, how are you? I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm doing pretty good, Apex, thank you. Ashley, so I had it out with her, with Leslie. Arlo, you did? What happened? Ashley, we had quite a row. Was surprised, actually, but in the end, she agreed with me. I don't know if she wanted to, you know, that irritating sense of duty she has. Arlo, holy, I can't believe you did it. So that's it then? We're going to proceed with your research plan? Ashley, looks like. We'll show her, Arlo. No more pussyfooting around. We'll get this done. Fast. Better than with her restrictive rules. Arlo, I just hope we're making the right decision here. Things have been so crazy lately. I hope we can come back from this. Well, judging by all the blood on the walls, you can't come back from that. I'm doing pretty good today, Nightlight. How are you doing? Oh, you're from Cool Cat? Awesome. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. Alright, let's get to the analyzer. There you go. That analyzer already has data on it from Miss Hainsworth's experiments, but we could use it to continue her work. Oh, curious? I getcha. Hang on, trying to get comfortable. Okay. If we can figure out how the toxins works, more specifically, maybe I can protect your food supply for the journey home. Take the analyzer out to the garden. Hopefully we can find a way to hook it up and find some specimens. Cool. A lot better than yesterday. I'm really glad to hear that you're feeling better, Nightlight. You Maverick trolled so hard. That does sound a little dirty, Beam, but welcome back. Is Maverick still trolling? Aw, thank you so much for the host and the follow, Apex. Thank you so much. Let me give you your points. You got 100 points for hosting and you got 200 for following as a little welcome. Ooh. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it's points in here, Apex. Told him to, let's come back here to bug you. You guys don't bug me. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know, Nightlight, Maverick, and Bean left to go do something. You think about redeeming? Well, you are more than welcome to. Okay, Apex. Thank you so much for stopping by, for following and hosting. I appreciate it. Okay, the analyzer is connected and online. What we need to do is find samples for Miss Hainsworth's field research. So let's start by finding some samples of bryophytes. Remember, plants without vascular systems, mosses for the most part. There must be samples in the garden. Find and scan 3 of them. That should give us enough data for the analyzer. Easy. Moss. Moss, thank you. You scan some Sphagnum centrale, otherwise known as common peat moss. Good work. The sample is small, but there is a Alacomnium palustre here. This ribbed bog moss will suit our test. Okay. You found a healthy patch of Polytrichium juniperium, juniper moss. This is indeed a bryophyte we can use for the test. Got my 3 samples. I can't pronounce scientific names with a crap. I got lucky that my favorite moth is so easy to pronounce with its scientific name. Good, I've got the data from these bryophyte plants now. I'll be able to run simulations and test back here. Alright, hang on a second, you guys. Iceman, get off the PS4 now. You know you're not allowed on there, you butt. So stop it. Goodness gracious. He's accidentally turned off my PS4 before. Got it. Jeez Louise. Okay. Alrighty. Oh. Your moths. Welcome back, Maverick. They're not your moths, and you losing those 1,000 noodles is because you lied saying that they're your moths. Think we're onto something. Head to the North Lab inside the dome and see what was being worked on there. Cool. Ow, I just hurt my ankle. Poor ankle hurts. Alright. Northern one. Ooh. That don't look too good. That terminal's local storage has been severely damaged, but it can still read external media, such as data cards. Oh, our redemption. We got our redemption. A photo? Okay. Cool Cat Terry has redeemed the photo. So I am gonna go grab a photo real quick. Noodle hype, noodle hype. Alright, I'm gonna get a photo for you all. Just one moment. Okie dokie. Photo hype, photo hype. That butt. Yeah, okay. Pretty sure you can't see my butt. But if you could, thank you, Bean. Alright. Let's see what photo we got going on here. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. Pause screen. Alright, do you guys want to see a baby Mo? Or do you want to see something from current life, I guess? Seeing it when you got up, I was all over that camera. Matt just whispered me. Well, I mean, my butt is big, so I wouldn't be surprised if it covered in the entire camera. Baby Mo? Are you okay with Baby Mo, Cool Cat? You are the one who redeemed this photo. Actually, I'll do 2 photos of Baby Mo if you guys want Baby Mo. Because I have a really cool photo. Technically my very first photo ever. Okay, so let's see here. Where did that Baby Mo picture go that I just saw? That was super cute. Yeah, no problem, Cool Cat. Okay, where did Baby Mo go? I just saw Baby Mo. There's Baby Mo. Okay. Alright, so this photo right here, this Polaroid I have in my hands right now, is technically the very first photo ever of me, technically. It was taken 2 days before I was born. It's a little machine that was drawing out like my heartbeat and heart pulse and stuff. So I have the very first photo of me ever, a Polaroid of my heartbeat 2 days before I was born. But here's a Baby Mo picture. This is me and my mom, Halloween, my very first Halloween. She dressed me up as a little tiger baby. Little tiger baby. My mom used to wear leather jackets and sunglasses and stuff. Baby Mo, look at the baby. I was born April 7th, 1993 at 6:03 p.m. I was born 2 weeks late and my sister was born 2 weeks early. And my sister had some health problems when she was a baby as well, but my mom still wanted a second baby, so she had me. She had been trying to have a baby for a long time, and it just wasn't happening, so she gave up, and then soon after she gave up, that's when I was born. Well, conceived, basically. So, after she had me, she was ill after giving birth, and so my mom spent a few weeks in the hospital. And when she was spending a few weeks in the hospital, the nurses were like taking care of me and stuff. And there was an outbreak of strep throat. And one of the nurses infected me with it. And they did not know what was wrong because I was only like a couple weeks old and I was really ill. And like my mom had taken me home and then she came back immediately after because I was sick. Okay, Bean, we won't let you forget. And so like they did spinal taps and all kinds of like crazy tests to find out what was wrong with me. And then finally one of the nurses came to my mom and admitted that there was an outbreak of strep throat and that was probably what was wrong. And that the doctors didn't want my mom to find out about that, because my mom refused to leave the hospital when I was in the hospital. She refused to leave. She was in the waiting room all the time. You know, she didn't want any of the people to touch me without, like, having her, like, permission and stuff and her to be in the room. And so they did not want to cause any liability issue. And so my mom, you know, obviously got mad that they were hiding that from her. And the nurse who told her got fired, even though my mom didn't complain about the nurse telling her. Like, she was mad that people didn't tell her. She was glad the nurse told her. But the nurse got fired for telling her. And, like, all this crazy shit happened, and eventually they were able to treat me, and I was fine. But it was really scary, and my grandma always tells me that she was really worried that I was gonna die when I was so young and stuff, and that my mom was really scared, too, so it was crazy. I've never seen that photo. Yeah, I found it in one of my grandma's photo albums that she let me have. My grandma's always collecting photos of when I was younger and stuff like that, and she keeps finding them all over the place, and she stored them in a photo album for me, and she let me take whatever ones I wanted from my photo album. So, yeah, and so after I was born and got sick like that, and my mom had to deal with that after she had just dealt with some issue with my sister as well 9 years prior, my mom was like, that's it, no more kids. So she has not had any more kids, which is why I am the baby, because my sister was 2 weeks early and ill, and I was 2 weeks late and ill. So my mom's like, fuck it. Aw, thank you, Bean. Yeah, I know. I'm glad I'm here too. I'm very glad. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah, my grandma's doing okay, Zombie. She has to move out of Darlene's house soon because Darlene's selling her house. So she's gonna be living with my sister in Sacramento. So I'm hoping to go see her soon. But yeah. Trying to think of any other stories of when I was a baby. I do have some old home videos on VHS, and there was this one recording of myself crying and freaking out because my mom had played a home movie for me when I was a baby, and it was of me, and then she turned it off, and I was freaking out crying because I wanted her to keep playing the video of me. And so she recorded me crying and freaking out and like asking her to play like myself again. My mom was trying for a son, and when she had my younger sister, she went, nah. Yeah, my mom wanted girls, so she lucked out with that. But I want at least one girl and one son. But I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But yeah. Yeah, no problem, Cool Cat. Thank you so much for a redeeming photo. Oh, yeah, totally fun. I mean, that's going to be a lot of people in that home with Grandma, so. Who's Nick? Oh, Nicholas P. Wilde. Nicholas P. Wilde and Useless Reptile are the same. Useless Reptile was his first account. And then he ended up going and doing Nicholas P. Wilde. And then after that, he switched back to Useless Reptile. So if you see Useless Reptile in the chat, that's Nicholas P. Wilde. And I would just call him Nick for short. Alrighty. I have my photo album right next to me, so if you guys want to redeem for more photo or for showcase, I have stuff like near me to grab quickly. Oh, I keep burping. Okay, dokie. Actually, Useless Reptile, he streams as well. Yeah, I'm fine with doing that, Zombie. We can do sushi instead if it doesn't work out. Yeah, he used to use Snapchat a lot, but he doesn't have a phone right now. But yeah, if you see Useless Reptile, because that's his new thing now, if you see Useless Reptile streaming and his camera's on and you do a Snapchat filter of his face on the camera and then you send that Snapchat to me, I will give you like 500 noodles or whatever it was on the bottom. So if you want some more noodles, that's a good way to do it, but he has to be streaming. He's in the UK, so he streams at different hours than what I'm normally able to watch. Okay, back to what I was doing. Oh, scan. These notes were by Dale Zurakowski, one of the other geneticists. It appears he was working under Miss Hainsworth's direction. Pterophyte strains 1 through 4, no conclusive results, it says. There's a chart that indicates more tests were intended. So Mr. Zurakowski was focused on pterotype plants from the domes. Do you remember what a pterotyphyte is? You bet. Then you'll know that pterophytes reproduce via spores. Okay, yeah, so it was what I was thinking. Ferns and what's sometimes called horsetails, important elements to Earth-like ecosystems. We need to complete Mr. Zurakowski's research so we can be sure our food systems are safe. Let's deal with these plants, the pterophytes. The analyzer is already hooked up, so let's return to the garden and find some specimens. Oh, that's cool, Zombie. Yeah, you gotta tell me about that tomorrow. I know, I really want to play Overwatch. I might get it for the PS4 eventually, because it's looking like it's gonna take me a longer time to get a PC for streaming. Pokemon Moon is awesome. I'm still really enjoying it. I played a bit today at work while the kids were napping and stuff. But yeah, I really like it. And I want to know, if I decided to get you that game for Christmas, Nightlight, would you be able to receive it somehow? Because that would be awesome. I want you to get that game, like whether it's Moon or Sun, because the game is incredible. And it's so far it's super long, so it's hella worth the $40. The ruined coat contains trace elements of dust and debris from the surrounding wreckage. I can also see some DNA around one of the cuffs. The coat belonged to geneticist Dale Zurakowski. There are small food wrappers in the pocket, as well as a small, worn, folded up photograph. The photo depicts the Dome staff looking tired after what was probably a long day. In it are Leslie, Ashley, Florent, and Mr. Zurkowski, and Matsuko Bradley. In the photo, Mr. Zurkowski appears to be looking at Miss Bradley, one of the other geneticists on the team. Why do you think he's doing this? Lives near Jackson? Oh, that's cool. Jealousy? Perhaps Miss Bradley's research was progressing more smoothly than Mr. Zurkowski's was. Or perhaps she engendered some particular favor he craved. I don't even know what that word is. Yeah, I'm in the U.S., but I just wanted to make sure, like, would you be okay with, like, sending me your address so I can do that? Or you have a P.O. box or something? Because I don't want to just, like, you know, get it if you're not comfortable with that. Since the analyzer's all set up, let's get to work. Find 3 samples of pterophytes and use the analyzer when you're done. Okay. You found a healthy patch of Asplenium scolopendrium, a cristata fern. This is indeed a pterophyte we can use to test. I'm really sorry, any biology enthusiasts, that I'm butchering these words so bad. So bad. Oh, that's really nice that he's willing to, like, come to the town. Good choice. This tree fern, or Cybotium cummingi, will make a good specimen. This scan will help us with our test. Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay. Da. Oh, and once I get a good-sized box, I'm going to send out your Christmas presents, Bean. You scanned some Equistatum arvents, otherwise known as field horsetail. Cool. That's 3. Hell yeah. Okay, Nightlight, if you can do that sometime, that'd be great. If you want to wait till after I get the game, then go ahead. But yeah. And also, which one would you prefer, Sun or Moon? Hi, Farstar. How are you? How'd work go? I processed and received the data from the pterophyte plants you scanned. Hopefully this will help with our food supply issues. There's only one area left. Head to the East Lab and let's complete our mission. Alright. Excuse-moi. But how long have I been going for? Wow, it feels like I've been on a lot longer than almost 2 hours. Work was slow today. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Scan it. There are extensive notes quite neatly organized on another type of plant. These appear to be by Miss Matsuko Bradley, another geneticist at the Dome. Like with the previous research, there is no real recorded success. Miss Bradley wrote, despite large angiosperm, sample population have not yet isolated toxin. Miss Bradley was tasked with testing angiosperm. Just tell me. Moon? Okay. Sounds good. Miss Bradley was narrowing her search to deciduous plants, those with vascular systems, the ability to reproduce flowers. If she was looking at angiosperms, there are likely just trees, crops, and deciduous plants in the garden. Alright. Is there anything else in here? Chat terminal. Damaged too heavily. Can I get around the stool, please? Thank you. Nothing there. Hey, Half Pint. I am on the PS4 right now. Gonna log off. Okay, Zombie, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll text you when I'm off work. Yes. Got the tree. Tree? Hello? Tree? Tree? Can I not scan this particular tree? Okay, I can't, I guess. This one. Of course, what better angiosperm than a tree ripe with apples? Oh. There we go. It looks like Leslie was testing a few varieties. Thankfully, some beans have survived. Yes. Okay. Beans, apples, corn. Right you are. These fading stalks of maize are a bit old, but they should provide the angiosperm we can use to test. We got enough angiosperms. Alright. So many plants. Excellent. I've got the data from the angiosperms. That's the last piece of data we needed. I can run a full suite of tests here now. I hope we have better success than the Agrodome's crew did. It might take me a few days to complete my simulations, but it's something. Also, Farstar, if you want to try testing out how to do online trading, you can go ahead and let me know, and I'll grab my DS and we can try that here if you want. It's unfortunate that this facility was so greatly compromised. I only hope we can make use of the work that went on here. Though I imagine that garden must be a welcome change from the corridors of the colony. We must continue our work if we are to escape. So when you're ready, please head back to the shuttle and come back home. I want to do multiple things in a day. I don't want to keep going back and wasting my days by doing each thing in one day. I could totally go from here to Colony B and well, I guess whatever other colony is close to me. Okay, awesome, Farstar. So if you go through all your stuff and think you have an idea and need to test it out with me, let me know and I'll grab my DS. My face is breaking out really bad on my cheeks. It's annoying. I'll drink. Okay, Cool Cat, thank you so much for hanging out. And remember, everyone, on Thanksgiving, Cool Cat is going to be doing a special stream. So if you're not already following Cool Cat Terry, you definitely should. Go check her out. She's awesome. Thank you also again, Cool Cat, for always doing redemptions. I really appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Have an Xbox One. Yeah, if you have an Xbox One, you can Twitch stream through it. Don't dawdle. Come see me right away. Well, fine. You collected today is synced and ready to be worked on. You did well out there. Since you went to the Agrodomes, you'll be able to visit Leslie in the Hollow-Sim Chamber tonight. Yeah, Xbox One and PS4 you are able to stream just from the game itself. There is an option on the PS4 controller, like a button, and it says share. It's right here. And it lets you share straight to YouTube and Twitch and stuff. So it's really simple how to do it. Festival Plaza trade link trade. Okay, 1 second. Let me grab my IDS. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, Bean, have a great stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will come check you out if I finish streaming before you do. But if I'm still streaming by the time that you end, hope to see you again soon. Maybe we can hang out in Discord tonight, depending on if we can get some peeps up in there. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's the cheapest and easiest way to stream, really. The equipment isn't that, like, expensive, because if you just want to have, like, the PS4 camera, then it has the built-in mic, so you don't need a headset if you don't want a headset. And you can just get one online for, like, 25 bucks, 30 bucks. So, alright. Paradox, thank you so much for the host. But yeah, I'm loading it up now. You can retire to your quarters when you're ready. I'll call for you when the Holostim chamber is available. Cool. I have to go through the tutorial for the thingamajig. The Festival Plaza. Jeez Louise. Okay. Welcome to the Festival Plaza. Blah, 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 blah. Sure. Yeah, sorry Nightlight, that's probably me getting on. 2 FC in total. Yeah, I could figure it out myself. I just need to zoom through it, honestly. Okay, let's get into the bed. Boop. Okay, so you said Festival Plaza, trade. Where's the trading section at? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get it. I get it. I so get it. Alright. It's time, Mo. A giant... Okay, so I haven't unlocked the bottom screen yet. The Holostim chamber is ready for you now. Just head in when you're ready. Have a good evening. Cool beans. New facility. Blah, blah, blah. Team Yellow. Cool. Hello again, Mo. I'm just over here trying out a few new strains of vegetables. What happened with you today? A whole lot. I hope that's good news. The AI said you went to the research dome today. Maybe you found something that will get this work back on track. Hold on, I need my blanket again. On my blanket! Why do I keep throwing it over here? Puzzles and Dragons? That sounds like fun, Nightlight. Blanket time is freezing in here. I might have to put on my sweater. It's ridiculous in here. Hey Blue, how are you doing today? So cold. Okay. You know, that dome was my pride and joy, and my favorite place in the whole colony. I probably spent more time there than I should have, but I loved it so much. When those vines began to develop and ruin everything, the Argo Dome's labs were thoroughly corrupted. It took a while longer before the research dome became affected. You're doing awesome? Glad to hear it, Blue! Without access to the main grow dome and its equipment, we were forced to use what we had on hand. But the vines hadn't reached the garden yet, so we had a bit more time. But you saw it for yourself. I'm curious, did you find anything that might help with our mission? Okay, alright, okay. Trade. Link trade. Kelsey. Alright, Farstar, I'm in the menu and stuff, so when you're ready, let me know. Plant research. Ah, I see. I can see the data you scanned now, so that's what you're up to in there? You deadlifted 250 today. I went from 200 to 245. Dang, that is a huge improvement, Blue. Congrats! The biggest issue I remember was how difficult it was to get results fast enough. That was the main point of contention between Ashley and me. I was adamant that we needed proper protocols, since we're essentially getting one last good chance to do something. She thought that speed was more important. You see, by the time we went to the research dome, our connection to the AI was tenuous. The atmospheric interference, the lack of power, we can only check it occasionally. Did you find anything else? Ashley. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Despite our differences, I never wished Ashley any harm. As I mentioned last time, Ashley and I had our disagreements, but she was a damn good scientist, at least before we all got this desperate. And while Ashley was a valued member of the team, she was also very ambitious. I don't think I was very good at managing her or her ambitions. You seem to be dealing with the pressure of this whole situation well. How do you do it? Just have to. I see. I guess that makes sense. You're all that's left. It's just you and the AI. Oh, that's fine, Farstar. Take your time. Oh my. That is interesting. I remember this photo. But now that I see it again, the way Dale was looking at Matsuko, Dale was such an excellent researcher. I think Hudson Cartier loved him for that position. He was so studious, so dedicated, they probably considered him pretty low maintenance. And you know, to be perfectly frank, I never even considered he could express such an interest, let alone in a co-worker. He just never let on. He was strictly about his work. But Matsuko was beautiful and very smart. I guess she was the one that got through to him, woke him up, so to speak. I can't say I blame him for his affection. Can't? Well, sure. A guy like him working day and night with a natural beauty like her, even without the stress, it's only natural he would fall for her. You know, the one thing about our team that I always noticed was that they were all so very different. Different kinds of families, very different personalities. We were like a garden, in a way, our own little ecosystem. I don't know, maybe I was the problem. I could never create that balance that we needed to succeed. You're wrong. You really think so? That's awfully sweet of you. It just feels like I was the one who didn't make it all work, you know? But listen, I actually have been meaning to ask you something. When you finally escape and get back home, what are you gonna do? Weapon, settle down, travel. Okay. Now let's say if I was in a situation where it was kind of like Alien, where I went into space and got attacked by like a xenomorph, hell yeah, I would never go back up into space again. Now, the situation in this game is that, yes, I went into space and I got fucked over, but I have not been attacked by an alien. I haven't been, like, mutilated in any sense. The thing that happens is that, update. Yeah, I'm connected to the internet. Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. Hold on, Farstar. I'm connecting now. In this one, I wasn't being attacked by some creepy alien. I wasn't being hunted down. There was no issues or anything like that. So I would go back up here again, even though it sucks being alone with an AI trying to struggle to survive. But yeah, I'd go up again. I love xenomorphs. Don't get me wrong. I love xenomorphs. But I don't want to get brutally murdered by one. So, you know, there's that. Where are you? Hello? There we go. Alright, gotcha, Farstar. Wow, really? After all this, you'd have the courage to join another colony effort? You really are something else. I think Hudson Cartier has rules about what happens to crews when they return. Psych evals, briefing, that sort of thing. And who knows what's changed since we've been gone. Public opinion, government regulation, all of it could affect colonization attempts, among other things. With our situation as it is, I wonder how much data they even have on what's happened. Perhaps almost nothing. After 16 years, wow, it'll almost be like you're returning from the dead. I'm sure so much will be different. Well, in the meantime, if you end up at the Argro Domes again, can you do me a little favor, since I won't be able to myself? Can you let me know if you find out what happened to Matsuko and Dale? Now you got me thinking about all of them. Of course. Thank you, Mo. That would mean so much to me. I know it's a lot to ask, but thank you. Oh, okay. It said, yeah, because it said that you denied my request. There we go. Got it. Xenomorph take my life? No way. I think it's probably time for you to get some rest and for me to take some of this new information and get back to work on supplying your ship. It's nice to know that this simulated garden isn't the only bright point I have. Your visits, they're really what keeps me going. Until next time, Mel, please stay safe out there. I'm accepting it now. Failed to connect with the other trainer. Okay, Blue. Tell Hank I said hi. Let's go to sleep. Got a quick link is so much easier. That storm is intense.